To my final project on sound synthesis. I decided to call my project SeqSynth because it is a mixture of a sequencer, drum sounds, and synth sounds. And the synths and drums interact with each other in a nice way. So let me play a few sounds for you here. I'm going to start with the subtractive synth section first. And I'll play VCO1. I have the Arturia Keystep 37 set up to control the notes. And I also have a filter and resonance knob. I have knobs on the Arturia mapped to the filter cutoff and the resonance of my filter. So just hear those. And I also have the mod wheel mapped to detune for the other two oscillators and the pitch bend as well, set to plus and minus 5 semitones for the pitch. VCO1 is nice because you can also hit the sub button and that will drop it down an octave. And you can also on each oscillator set it to sawtooth. 2 is for square. Or you can set it to triangle as well for softer tones. You can control the level. You control the amount of envelope going to the filter as well, which is nice. Just going to switch it back to sawtooth wave here. I really like LPF18 filter in C sound. Sounds very resonant and lovely. Then I also have an LFO going to the filter cutoff as well, and this is the LFO amount, and we can set the speed. The speed is synced to the BPM as well. So sorry, I need to turn up the bit. And you can control the shape of the LFO as well. So this is sine wave, ramping sawtooth, triangle, and just sawtooth, regular sawtooth. So let me show you the detuning effect as well. So no detune, and then I adjust my mod wheel. Okay, and then sub again. So let's have a look at the wave shaping synth then. So turn down the level of this, turn the level of that. So on my Arturia I also have the index and FM mapped from one of the knobs. And I also have the mod wheel detunes 2 extra oscillators in the wave shaper as well to create a more of a evolving sound. You can hear it evolving there. I have the detune set to max. Or if I turn it down a little, it evolves nice and slowly. Turn up the ring amount. This is something I really like in my own music, something that evolves over time, produces something different. And we can also change the wave shape. I have 2 polynomials set up in the program. Okay, and you can set up a split as well. So I'll just turn up the level of both, and the wave shaper is set to be above C3 and the subtractive below C3. So here's above. So turn up down the LFO amount there, and so there is my subtractive synth. And that's above C3. Okay. And of course here this synth envelope controls the envelope of both of the sounds. Let's move on to the drums. So I'm just going to set up a simple drumming pattern here for you. Kick drum, and snare here, a simple hat rhythm, and we'll put in an extra. Okay, so I'm just going to play that, turn up the decay level of each of them. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so I've decided to go with the ideas from Chowning's FM paper. I'll just isolate them and you'll hear the sort of kick. On each of them you can control the decay and the level and the pitch. And the attack is controlling the index. I didn't really know what to call you call it, I suppose, distortion as well, or harmonics, but I went with the word attack because it does actually add more of an abrasive sound. Sounds like you're hitting it harder. I really like the sound of this actually, and I'm very happy with the sounds of the drums in general. I also added a little short snap of noise, you might hear it there in the kick, just to emulate like a sound hitting a skin maybe, or something like that. So there's your kick. You can get nice sub levels there. And the snare, again, it's this very similar setup to the kick. Some noise and a FM synth sound. And then the hats. I put a high pass filter on the sounds for the snare and the hats, so they're not interfering with the lower subtractive and kick sounds. So they're the drum sounds essentially. And if we just move on to the sequencer here, you can see I've got 16 steps set up for the kick, snare and hats. Sorry to mention as well about the hats, and yeah, more so the hats. I'm calling it metal as well, because you can achieve some very interesting sounds if we move up the pitches and use the attack. So there's some lovely kind of cowbelly type sounds there you can achieve with this FM synth. So back to the sequencer. There's 16 steps set up for both, but you can adjust the steps as well if you want to create some nice polyrhythms. So if I wanted to just create a 7, set this to 14, leave that at 16, and I'll stop this and run again. So we've got a nice 7/8 rhythm there happening, and the hats are still running at the 16 steps, so it's creating a kind of a fairly complex rhythm. Playing with complex rhythms is something I love doing in my own music. So if we just turn off the split here now, and we'll start playing some drum synth sounds. The kick and snare sounds are affecting the subtractive synth, and the snare and the hats sound are affecting the wave shaper. And basically I'm sending sound from each of these drums, and when you play your synth, it'll create an accent on the beat. Okay, so we just turn up the kick and we play the subtractive and wave shaping synth. You'll hear that when the kick hits the because the wave shaper, the hats are only affecting the wave shape in the synths, we can create some really nice tones. Just turn down the level of each of these. Run it again. Split. That's a fairly rough demonstration of some musicianship, but you get the idea. And I feel that this is a nice and enjoyable interactive experience with the drums being sent to the synth sounds and the complex rhythms that you can achieve with the adjusting the steps. So yeah, I hope you've had some fun playing around with it, and thanks for watching.